Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today's videos is kind of like a part 2 or continuation of the video that I posted maybe a month and a half to 2 months ago that talked about worries and anxieties. Today I'm gonna lay down 5 ways that we can kind of de-stress from everything that is going on in the world. So like I said before, most of the things that I talk about here on my videos are the things that I struggle the most. So when I have my time with God, studying or watching videos on YouTube about the subject, or just things that, by praying God puts in my heart, are the things that, is helping me a lot. And I just want to share with you, so hopefully you help you as well. Okay, let's get right into it. Number 1, don't try to control things that are out of our control. Hard one, right? But we have to keep in mind that we can't change people. We cannot change our husband, our kids, family, friends. We're not God. We just can't change people. We can't change our circumstances, like what's going on in our country today or what's going on in the world is completely out of our control. Psalms 57:2 says, I cry out to God Most High, to God who will fulfill His purpose for me. And then 1 John 5:14 says, we are confident that He hears us, whatever we ask for, anything that pleases Him. It's not that we don't care about things, but instead we are just casting all our problems, anxieties, and everything that is in our minds and hearts on God, so He can take care for us. Actually, I really think that this is what He really wants us to do in order for Him to work for us, instead of us trying to do things that we have no control. Number 2 in our list for us to de-stress is recognize our limits and respect them. Let's not try to do things just because other people are doing it. This lesson I learned the hard way. I think it was about 7 years ago. I used to work at this Montessori school. I used to work in a baby's room and I loved it. But I want to do something different. I want to change. And I remember talking to my sister-in-law. She was like, why don't you go to real estate? I'm sure you're going to be great at it. And I was like, maybe I'll do that. So I remember that I went and I did the course, which is like a week course. And then you have to take the test to see if you pass. And so I took the course, which was overwhelming for me, extremely overwhelming. A lot of information at once that I was like, oh my gosh. So anyways, I consider it a challenge for me and I finished the course. When the course was done, I was supposed to take a test. I remember that I was studying for like 2 or 3 days straight for the test. And I went there, took the test, I didn't pass. And I was so frustrating because for the questions, it seemed so similar one to the other. I couldn't catch up. Little words here and there that was, differentiating one from another. So anyway, I remember that I rested for a week and again was studying like for 2-3 days straight, went there again and I didn't pass. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me, And then I remember that we were in a car and I was very frustrated about it. And Melanie, she was very young at the time, she was like, Mom, why you're doing this? I said, because I want to, be a real estate. She said, no, this has nothing to do with you. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's right. I'm not a very outgoing person and I'm not a salesperson at all. So I came to realize that what I'm doing, why I'm doing this? And I'm so glad that she brought me to reality. When she said it, right away I knew, she was right. And I had to, just cut it out. Romans 12:2 says perfectly, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Okay, number 3, eliminate things or everything that is not bearing fruit. And that can be what you're watching on TV, that can be a friendship, that can be, songs that you're listening to. We have to keep in mind that whatever we're watching on TV or the songs that we're listening to, we are putting money on someone's pocket, so we have to choose very wisely. You know, Elvis and I have the perfect example about what you're watching on TV. About 2 years ago, we were watching a lot of the news. So every time the TV was on in our house, we were watching the news. And with that, that brought us so much anxiety, stress, and sometimes even anger. You know, so it's just not good for us. It's not that you don't want to know what's going on in the world. It's not that you won't know about the news, but don't let that be the only thing you do or the only thing you watch, you know, because it will start to affect you. I mean, there's no other way around it. You know, if you think about it, TV was created to entertain us. It's not supposed to make us stressed or anxious at all. Okay, now number 4 is exercise. You know, exercise is one of the best stress reliever in the world. And I'm gonna give you the facts. You know, it helps us control our weight and maintain our weight. It helps combat health condition and disease, improves mood, improves energy. It can be fun and social. It promotes better sleep. It's just like overall great, you know, for your mind, for your body, and for your soul. Okay, now for number 5, for you to distress is take time to relax and do the things that you enjoy. And that can be anything, like have coffee in the afternoon. I love that. You know, get a pedicure once in a while. Just take time to relax. Like for me, I like to go out and everything, but I love to be home. I'm an introvert, so at home is where I recharge and I center myself, is where I talk to God and I have my things in place. Like I love to cook, so sometimes I try a new recipe. Sometimes I try a new, recipe for a cake or just try a new recipe for dinner. I don't know, it seems simple, it seems very simple, but this is something that just brings me joy. I think we all should find the thing that brings us joy, you know, like the simple thing that brings us joy, and just do it, you know, it really do us good. You know, another thing that we can do is to appreciate nature. You know, I don't know if you know this, but Elvis and I are blessed to live on a lake. So we have the most beautiful view out of our window. And we see so much wildlife. We have swans, we have geese, we have blue heron, we have the water, we have the trees. It's just so beautiful. We do not take for granted. We know this is a blessing from God. And it's just so relaxing, you know. Even if you're not on the lake, just the sky itself is so beautiful. Or if you go on a park, you know, or if you go to the beach. Like 3 weeks ago, Elvis and I were blessed to go to Florida with the grandkids, just to be on the beach, just to go on the beach and watch the sea and the waves and the warm sun and the beautiful sky, you know, like the smell of the sand. I don't know, this is something that brings me so much joy. I think I remember of childhood, but I don't know, whatever it is that brings you joy and relaxation, try to do that. You know, it's a way for us to distress and like center ourselves under God, put everything in His hands, and just like be easy with ourselves. We have to know that everything happens for a reason, you know. We have to know that God is in control. You know, even though things are not looking good, He's still in control. We have to have the certainty in our hearts. You know, Jeremiah 17:17 says, "Blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence." Isn't this like a wonderful verse? I mean, we're taking all our baggage that we carry with us and you give it to God, you know, so that relieve us and free us to see God's creation and take care of our family and appreciate our family and all the things that He blessed us with. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope that you will join me putting these 5 things into place today. So instead of a stressful life, we can have a fulfilled life, just like what God intended for us. So thank you so much. God bless you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.